Okay, let's start off with the presentations. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and we can start off with Deomi. Are you ready? Okay, let me give you host permission to share your screen.
Sorry, this is my screen. And
We can hear you. Go ahead and present.
there are some issues. Can you know some more time?
Mhm.
I can't solve. Okay. Uh, this is my app. The app name is Story Traveler. You can book traveling places, uh, view places for food and dining, for shopping, and book transport through this app. Uh, and this is the splash screens. And there are these are the apps onboarding screens, and the skip option is also available these screens. Uh, and this is the login and sign up page. Uh, this is the pop-up screen used for login and sign up. Then this is the sign up page. User can create the account from here, and this is the login page. There is also an option to sign up on the login page, not the member. And this is the home page. There are many things on the home page. Let's see them in Sigma app.
Yeah.
And this is my notification screen. There has story travel chat, marketplace, and notifications. And this is the card page. And this is my profile page. There has this profile and sign out option also. And this is where the hotel details are. This is the hotel screen, and this is the screen where you can view food and dining places. Food and dining screen. Uh, the screen where you can view uh, transport from this page. You can view and book transport from this page. And this is the shopping screen. User can shop and view places from here. And this is the booking process of booking a hotel. Uh, I explain this later. Uh, and this is the Explore Sri Lanka page. Different traveling locations can be viewed here in Sri Lanka, Colombo area exactly. And this is browsed by property type screen. In here, the locations can be viewed from the screen according to the type of property. There has categories such as hotels, apartments, resorts, villas, cottages, and cabins. And these are the destination screens. The first screen looks to someone who has not signed up yet, and the second screen is the history details of a person who has this to the sign up in the app and visited the destinations early. And these are my order screens. Uh, uh, if there are upcoming completed cancelled orders, you can see them separately. And this is the map screen. The user can see the map in here. And about this person, I collected details from my user person from him. He's a friend from my university. His name is Mr. Fenal Gamage. He's a front-end developer, a freelancer, and this is the user person I created by taking his details. It has his personal details under the psychographics. There are his interests, values, lifestyle details, and from the traveling side, there are his goals and needs, frustrations, pain points, behavior traits. Uh, Also, I shared my app with him, and I got his thoughts about the app. I got some good comments from him, and this is the user persona created with all these things. Uh, and once again, this is my app name and logo. And thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. It is really informative, and you have done so many screens that I haven't mentioned also. I can see a good consistency in design as well. Can you open your Figma file? Yeah. All right. So this is where all the screens are. Can you zoom in a little bit to the first few screens? Yeah. Okay. So can I ask you a few questions now?
Uh,
Yeah, when you read the project description, when you start off with the design, have you done any wireframes before you start off with Figma? Okay, these are your wireframes, right? Okay, cool. Can you show me all the wireframes from to the go to the right hand side?
Flash screen, onboarding screen, and this is the login and sign up page, create account page, login page, and this is the home screen,
Mhm.
my profile screen, notification screen, card screen, destinations, not sign up one and sign up one, my orders, map, explore Sri Lanka screen, browse by property type screen, hotel screen, food and dining screen, transport screen, shopping screen, and the booking process, hotel details screen, and the availability check details screen,
Mhm.
booking details screen, and the confirm payment screen. This
Okay,
one.
cool. So the second question would be, where did you get your design inspiration from? Can you go back to Figma board, please? So, were there any competitor applications or the dribble designs that you follow to get
I,
an inspiration for your designs?
I followed some, two mobile apps. First one was Day app
Mm.
and the booking.com app,
Okay,
uh, and the TripAdvisor.com site.
all right, all right. So let's go to your UI. So why did you selected this particular blue color for your buttons and for the splash screen?
I use different colors and finally I select this color. Uh,
Any particular reason?
uh, you know,
Okay,
no,
okay. Okay, so when in the interview, if someone asks you this question, please make sure to give a proper answer. We teach about the color psychology as well, so you can think of one of the human emotions that you want to convey, maybe building a trust or the confidence with the user. So you can
yeah,
tell something like that if you get in an interview. So
yeah.
regarding the typography, why have you selected this typeface for your headings and the paragraph text?
And the traveling map, I think this font is not to me, and to the users. That's why
Mm.
I select it. And the
O-
font style is looking interested. I think so.
Okay, okay. So do you have any more supporting material you want to show to the
Um,
classroom?
no, and I can show the process in my UI.
No, photos is not really needed. Your selection of photos are also really good. So if I give you the feedback, it is actually really good as a starter. You get an idea about the UI and how to work on with the Figma, and even the wireframes were really good. Uh, the design and the consistency in your wireframes and even the designs, we can see that. Can you open this sign up page? Can you zoom it in a little bit? Yeah, you can present it. Have you created a click through prototype as well?
Yeah.
Okay, go to sign up page. Yeah, in here, can you see that these buttons? I think the height of the buttons are a little bit smaller. You can see the circle that Figma is showing. That is normal thumb size. So it should be at least with the height within that thumb size. So it will be easier for people to click on these call to action buttons. So that is only one feedback I want to give you regarding the design. Make those areas little bit larger, the call to action areas. Otherwise, overall the design and the consistency is there. Do you have any questions or have you faced any challenges when you do the project? You can tell me or ask.
Um, Not yet. Uh,
Mhm.
if I
Okay.
want to, yeah, the how the UI was working now, not.
Okay. All right. So I will add some critical feedback on Google Classroom as well. So this is overall, this is a really good design, and I can see the design consistency throughout, even from the wireframes and even in here. The color selection is good and the image selection is good, and the user flow and everything, the supporting materials, you have done it correctly. So I invite you to like fine tune some of these designs, so especially the call to action areas in the sign up page, and you can put this in your portfolio by reviewing the feedback I will give today in the Google Classroom as well. Thank you very much. We can move on to the next presenter, Randika. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can share your screen and present your design to the classroom.
Can you see my screen, sir?
Not yet. Yeah, we can see your desktop now.
Uh, Hello, everyone. Uh, uh, my travel app is to React. So I first create a custom persona from my friend. So she is Lochana, and uh, she's education is bachelor, and occupation is freelancer, tour guide. The location Sri Lanka and married. So these are the uh, parameters I got. Introvert or extrovert, creative or analytical, thinking or feeling, sensing or intuition, judging or pursuing, and avoid tricks and task based. So based on the uh, answers that given, uh, I get some conclusion. This is one. So the user is somewhat technical person, but too lazy to research, and does and thing using and does thing use things using instinct. So there is should not disruptive changes are needed for that app. This is the flow chart. Firstly, passive screen, then onboarding screen, then login and sign up, then home, then after the details page. So these are the colors I chose. So I chose the blue because both men and women are all ages groups consider blue as the most preferred color, and I chose color theory as the monochromatic. Uh, Based on the blue color, I choose main color as this color and second color as this color. So this one is lighter than the main color. So these are the my screens. Uh, First I create atoms and then molecular, then species. Um, Firstly, it came to the stage in screen. Then it's come to the first onboarding screen. Then it's asked to sign up or sign in. Then after signing in, it goes to the home page. Then when you click in the card, then go to the description page. Uh, that's all.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Once again, it is a really good design as a starter. There are some things that I want to mention, but first of all, have you done any wireframes prior to designing them on Figma?
Yes, sir.
Pens. Okay.
Uh,
Will
in the
you?
pencil, but I didn't get the screenshot from there.
Okay, okay, it's fine. So after that, why did you selected this blue color accent?
Uh, One is I am uh, colorblind, so
Mm.
most of I can in most of people some are colorblind, so blue green are the most preferred color, and also uh, you also said blue and green are the green and white are the most preferred on all ages of men and women.
Okay, okay,
So I choose blue color.
okay. Apart from the accessibility concerns, do you have any special meaning in the travel industry by selecting blue color? Is there any message that you want to give on to non colorblind people by selecting this one?
Sorry, can you explain?
Yeah,
terrain.
the blue color, it have some meanings, right? The human emotions attached to it. Something like trustworthiness or the
Yes, yes,
security. Yeah, we can convey those messages. So when you give an answer, especially in an interview, please mention all the people as well, not only people with accessibility issues. Everyone should be inclusive. And next, is there any competitor website or the platforms that you follow to get the design inspiration to do your
uh,
designs?
yes. Uh, I directly search in Google Images. Then I check one by screens in there. So then I get some of part of those screens. Then I combine it in my.
Okay, cool. So I want to make a comment of couple of things right now. So regarding the iconography, so the bottom icons, the home icon, heart icon, and the cart icon, profile icon, and even icons on top, the destination hotels flight. I think you have like scaled it not proportionally, means that the aspect ratio of the images are a little bit out. So make sure to scale them properly by maintaining the proper aspect ratio. For an example, if the width of this image is 32 pixels, the height should be the same. So in that way, we can maintain consistency and good UI by using this iconography as well. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will add some feedback on Google Classroom as well. Uh, as a starter, this is a really good design. I can see the consistency and the things that you have learned in the classroom. You have created reusable components and followed atomic design principles. So that is a good thing. And by referring to feedback, I will put on Google Classroom. Please fine tune your designs and you can put them in your portfolio when you apply for a job. Do you have any questions to ask me?
Not what I got uh, uh, some I want to create below uh, section as a view, but I can't do that.
Okay. So after everyone do their presentations, you will
Okay.
get little time to ask questions and how you can improve your designs. So in that time, we will do it practically, hands-on experience as well.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much, Randika. It is a good presentation and good design overall. Thank you. Next, we have Samidu. Let me give you co-host permissions. Okay, you can present it now. Samidu is the one who asked me a question regarding the user flow, is it? Through email?
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, we can see your screen as well. You can start your presentation.
Actually, first of all, I get the information from the user as my client and get what he wants to add to the design. And I discuss with my client first, and then I create a user persona. So he is at the moment in overseas. So uh, from his feedback, I got to know he is very love from Sri Lankan thing. So, uh, uh, so main idea was built to this app using Sri Lankan beauty, and he is an engineering person and uh, age of 29 and and age of 29 and he didn't come Sri Lanka near uh, at the moment, so he needs something best actually like he want there are a lot of Sri Lankan places he wants to go, so he didn't remember some places, so he needs uh, find each places he liked and he also need a friendly interface and he needs to give feedback and reviews and also with customer support. Uh, so I categorize some motivations, frustrations, and why he likes to travel in Sri Lanka. So this is his user persona. And I can't go through my user flow diagram.
Is it in your Figma board?
Yeah, yeah, sir.
Okay. If you have any difficulty, you can stop sharing and open it and then reshare it. All right, we can see it now.
Uh, Firstly, splash screen and then onboarding. There are three onboarding screens with this explanations of the app and the sign-in page. And next, it's have home page. And when click home page, there are user profile and customer support with travel destination page. And when user clicks on travel destination page, it's user can add to the favorites. And uh, when a user select a travel destinations, he or she can be place a booking and after booking that he can get uh, paid and paid and also he or she can uh, use using user profile page can view customers user details and travel history uh, and when he wants some help, he can use the customer support option. So basically, that's the uh, user flow diagram I created.
We can
This
see your screen.
is the screen I designed. Then splash screen and on there are four onboarding screens. Next, login, signing and sign up page.
Peter, can you speak a little bit louder? We can't hear you properly. Samindu, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now it's fine. Go ahead.
So can I run my app now?
Yeah, we can hear you. You can present your design or you can present the prototype as well.
This is my prototype. First onboarding screens. There is a little bit of the app, and when can user can skip that, and there are some three onboarding places. User can go next and booking, and when clicked on get started button, user can directly sign in. Sign in using email and phone number with password. Uh, if user cannot find the password, so he can press forget password option and with username enter with username, email and password. Then you can sign up. Uh, if it's wrong, then user can click on this any sign in no using Facebook, Insta or Twitter. He can sign in again with sign in page. So when user sign in, this is the home screen I created. There's a menu icon and user profile, notifications, and search bar. I categorize only to uh, two categories only for the movement with popular pages and recommended for users. And the user can put his favorites page when click this button. Then user selected the page. There is option. There is a description to what it's located and the extent, etc. So when user there is a price option in left hand side, and when user click book ticket, user direct into booking confirmation page, and user can select the location and the guest count and with the date. So after that, user can go through any payment options, pay now and pay later. When he get click to payment page, payment will be arranged. This is the when click user profiles, we can display profile settings and previous tips. There's a lockout button I entered here, so user will log in, sign in again. That's all.
Okay, thank you, Samindu. Have you done any wireframes
Yeah.
leading in design?
It's my low security
Okay.
wireframe.
All right. Okay. Looking good. So during the design, have you faced any practical issues and how you managed to overcome them? Technical or design?
Melissa, I I'm with difficulty. I have some difficulties about creating username, password, and how we could add the calendar options to the booking confirmation page.
All right. Okay, that means you want to implement those options in a
Yeah,
Figma
yeah,
prototype, is it?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we will look into it after everyone present them. So if I ask you a few questions, can you go back to your designs? Down. Okay. The blue color, the color selection. Why blue?
Blue color selected, sir. That's all the people can build their trust on that, and
Mm-hmm.
purity and clarity. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Everything.
So what are the other applications, the competitor applications you follow to get
I
some design?
followed some web applications, actually Agoda and TripAdvisor.
Okay. What are the things that you learned from these applications?
Uh, Actually, those applications have a lot of unwanted categorization. So
Mhm.
when user clicked on some booking option, there are a lot of ads on their. I think there is not a small basis. So we have some categorize those options, not only to one page, actually for two
Mhm.
pages.
Okay. What are the good things you learned from them?
Uh, Good things, there is everything to know uh, what what are the needs, for from the location if user get confirmation for booking.
Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you, Samidu. By referring to your presentation, I can tell that you have a good idea about the user flow and also the persona creation, as well as the wireframes as well. I can see some good consistency in your design. From everyone who presented already have shown some good consistency in their designs. So this is really good design as a starter. There are some things that I want to mention. So especially the logo and some things that you can update uh, to make it a better design. So I will put some comments on Google Classroom, and you also can uh, do some research and fine tune your design and put them in your portfolio. Do you have any questions to ask regarding your design or anything?
So no questions, but I want to uh, get some experience on how to add username and password that I told earlier.
Okay, okay. All right. So we will look into that after, I think we have only one presentation left. So after that, I will give you a session to ask questions and I will do some Figma practicals based on the questions or the problems you faced. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Samidu. It is a good presentation.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, we have Sandali. Can you share your screen and present your work?
Sure, sir.
You can share your screen now.
Can you see my screen, sir?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, this is my mobile application. Before I create this application, I was in my interview with my friends to get their requirements and their idea about travel experience application. Then I asked a few questions from
my friend. First one is, how often did you travel? Then I got the answer, at least 1 per month I was travel. The second question is, which type of traveling destinations do you prefer? Then she like beaches, mountain, cultural like this. The third question is, are you traveling alone or with your family members? Then she tell, no, I am traveling with my friends. The next one, do you see any kind of travel experience? Do you use any kind of travel experience application? She still not use any travel experience application. The next one is, do you think it would be good to have a travel experience app? Then she tell, yes, of course. The last one is, what features do you expect from the application? Then she tells, easy to use, easy to understand, categorized destinations, and secure platform. These are the interview questions I used to develop my application. So this is my application. First thing I want to tell, I use 3 colors for this application, yellow, green, and orange. I use these colors. The green is represent nature. Then the yellow is represent happiness. Also, orange is represent energy and happiness. That's why I use these 3 colors to my application. This is my logo, and Triptails is my application name. Then these are the onboarding screen. There is a 4 onboarding screens. So this is my login or sign up screen. User can enter their username and password. Then he or she can log into the application. When she correctly log into application, then she move to home screen. The home screen have the menu icon and search bar for searching any destinations and their profile. And these are the categories users can click and get categorized destinations. And these are the recommended destinations. When users click show details button, then users redirect to the destination details screen. This is my prototype. When you click this screen, then you navigate to onboarding screen. Then you can click the next button to skip the onboarding screen. The login button is redirect to home page. Then when you click the show details button, you can see the all the details about the destination. Also, you can back to home screen and if you forget your password, then you can create new password. And when you submit it, you need to log in again. And is this your first time to use this application? Then you can create new account button. Then you can enter username, password, and confirm password, then submit it. Then you can navigate to home screen. Okay, that's it, sir.
Okay. Have you created any wireframes?
Yes, sir.
All right. These are your wireframes for all the screens, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, it is also a really good design. And I can see that you have put some effort to research the wireframes and also the design as well. The reusable components was there, so that is another good thing. The user flow diagram and everything is there. So have you faced any challenges when you start off with the design, any technical or the Figma related challenges?
Yes, sir. The mm, the first thing I can't show. I can't use to show content features. Then when I design this part is getting lot of times to design this part. I
All right.
can't use show content feature.
Okay, so we will get into it when we discuss when you get a chance to ask question afterwards.
Okay.
And why did you selected this color, the background color as yellow?
Because yellow is represent happiness. Then the travel experience application, the users are need to users are happy to use this application. Then I was used to yellow color. Actually,
Okay,
it's not a yellow, it's a combination of yellow and orange.
all right, all right. So I can say something about that. Actually, when you put so much of yellow or the red color in your screens, you have to use it sparingly. That means, let's say you put a white color background and some yellow color accent on it. So it will increase the readability. Right now, if I give you a honest review, so when users look into these screens, they won't be able to look into them for longer time. For an example, it will give some eye strains when they try to look into the yellow color, so much of yellow dominant screens. Is it clear? What you
Yes,
can
sir.
do is to improve these designs. These are really good designs. I'm not telling you that these are bad, but the color combination, the background color, you can change it to some lighter version of yellow or a white color. So in that
Okay.
way, it will give much more readability to your design and much more depth as well. Right now, the eyes are focusing on that background color rather than elements on the foreground. So that is one thing I wanted to mention. Apart from that, the design and the illustrations are really good. So with the experience, you will get to know what are the colors that you should choose and what to avoid. So this is also a really good design. The wireframes, even the user flow, and even the buttons, the component creation is really good. So you have learned everything in the classroom. Do you have any questions? I forgot to ask you that what are the inspirations? What are the applications that you get your design inspiration from?
Uh, I follow the TripAdvisor and Booking.com web application to get uh, some details and some features of the travel experience application.
All right, all right. So once again, thank you very much. It is a good design. So we will go through everyone's questions now. Thank you everyone for your presentations. I can see that all of you have learned something in the classroom and have idea about UX process as well. So thank you very much for your time. And let's do a quick Q&A session regarding the problems you faced during the design. So we can start off with Randika. What is the issue that you were having? Can you share your screen and show me? So I will uh, do that on Figma.
Can you see my screen, sir?
Yeah.
So, so I need this icon section in like a view, like this kind of.
Okay. Okay. So you want to create it in a different shape with the
Yes.
circles and so on. Okay, let's try to create that kind of a thing. So is that the only question that you have?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So let me share my screen. Okay, but in order to create that, what we can do is first we need some icons. So I will create some icons in here. Go to material symbols. Let's get icons from another place. Let's say these are the 4 icons that we have in our design. So these icons, we can create them as a component. For an example, it can have different state, active state and a normal state. So you already know how to create that. I told it to you when we do the button components. So I'm not going to do that here. So let's start off designing the navigation run the curve wanted to have. So what we can do is, first thing, we need a board. I'm going to select iPhone 14, and then maybe I can put them inside a frame, all the buttons. Frame selection and add a background color. It's good. This color as the background color. Now we image. Okay, this is the normal navigation. So in order to create a graphic like that, let's create another one of these. This with this 430. Let's give it 100 pixels in height. Change the background color. Okay, this is our navigation wrapper. I'm going to make a copy of that one as well. Keep it here. Okay, first, for the active state of this first particular icon, we need to be a circle on top. So what I can do is I can go in here and create an eclipse. Maybe place it like this. Give it and select both of these now. We have an option here. Let's create a frame for this one as well. So the measurements I'm getting is I want to make a perfect square. So this one is 430 and 430 divided into 4 will be the square size. Again, this one 107.5. And then I'm going to give this a border radius 100. Place it right here. Then select these two. Give it a same background color as this one. So this will be our first navigation option. So I'm going to put all the menu items in here as well. First one should be here. Second one is here. Third one. The fourth one. Let's tidy up. Okay. Now that is the first one. Let's do something like this and we need another one. I'm going to take this the right hand side. Okay, let's do that first before we add all the icons. What I want you to do is select both of these, the active state, these two. And there's an option called to create a component. Let's create a mark. Now find the controls where we had all the Boolean operations. So let's look for another solution. So what we can do is we can group these things. So when we group them, it will look like this. So this is in one, and this is first one. So I'm going to put the icons back. This one. This is how it will look like. Then let's create another one of these. This time we are going to disable this particular first button. Make it a normal button. This one, white color. This active one to the second button. That is our second option. Then let's create the third option. We want this to be inactive. We want this one to be active. I want this to move. So and for the final one, the last part should be active. We have the fourth one. This is the final one. Is to be all the way to the right. These are our 4 states of our navigation bar. So now I'm going to create components by using that. Create component set. It call nav bar. and it has 4 states. It's called active. First one is number 1 active, number 2 active, 3 active, 4 active. So if I put it right here, so it look like this. Let's create an animation. So right now, if I try to animate this, it won't. Now if I try to click any of this, it's not working properly. So let's add the animation for this. Leave this right here. So what I want to do is when user click on this particular button, nothing will happen. When user click this one, it will guide them to change the state instant to this one. So animation, I will put smart animate. When users click on this one, it should go to the settings active. Smart animate is fine. And even for this one, I'm going to support. Now when you click on this first icon, you're taking them to the first screen because this is the active one in the first screen. And when they click on the active button, nothing will happen. So we will leave it this one to this, and the support even go to this one. And for the third step, the third settings icon active step, the first one will take them here, and the second one will take them right here. Third one, we are not going to do any changes because it is the active one. And final one will take them in here. Doing the same thing for the last variant as well. Take them here, take them here, here. The last one, yeah, don't have to worry about it. So if I open the flow now, so it will show up like this. Wait. Second one. Okay, smart animate is doing some weird things in here. So that is how you can achieve, you can create that kind of a animation or a circle. So if you want this to be a perfect circle, you can do that, but you have to bevel, like there's option two Boolean operations. You can union the complete section and do that. So let's see if it is here. Yeah, we have union selection right here. So if I add a union to this one by creating another circle right here, These are my 2 items. You can select them and go in here and for union and union selection. So it will give you this kind of a complete wrapper rather than 2 additional layers on top of each other. So is it clear? Who is it?
Yes,
Randika?
sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Samindu, what were the
Thank you.
questions that you had? No worries.
Sir, how to add a calendar option?
Calendar, okay. Okay, in order to add a calendar, what we can do is let's give this one the same card we used. Use it here. So you can manually create a calendar yourself by designing the complete calendar or following the design that some other person have done already did. But don't try to recreate anything because Figma always providing you these things. So if you go to plugins and widgets and search for calendar, it will give you options. The widgets. Not this one. Options here, and even in the Figma community, you go to search for calendar. It will give you design components that other developers already designed. So you can reuse one of these and do your design accordingly. So let's use one of these. I'm sorry about my internet connection today. Use this one. You have this calendar right here. So what you can do is you can go to asset section. You have to copy these to your atom section in your design. So right now in here we don't have. So I will copy and paste it right here. And whenever you do the design, you have this calendar right here. So you can put it in here and maybe you can change the date. There are some calendars with actual dates. So you can use one of these. So in order to make it appear when user click on the particular button, so what we can do is, let's say we have this one right here. And I'm going to use one of these buttons we already created. Let's say this one. Maybe something little smaller. I want this calendar to trigger when the user click on that particular button. Prototype. Then I'm going to put this in here. On tap. Navigate. Navigate. Want it to open as an overlay. That is the option I'm giving. Animation. We can put move it from the bottom like this. If I play this animation again, this button. When I click this one, the calendar will pop up like that. So if you want to remove it when user click somewhere else, what you can do is go back in here, and then you can add a prototype like this. Close overlay on tap. So let's play it again. And when users click somewhere, it will close the overlay. So right now you can see all the highlight, the components info is there in this particular component. So it is actually time consuming if you try to create a calendar by yourself. So I always encourage you to get these components that are already created and use them in your designs. So that is how we can create a calendar, the prototype in our designs. Is it clear, Samidu?
Yes, sir. Another small one. When
Yeah.
user click menu icon, I need to get idea about how the page is opening at the moment.
Okay, menu item and how the page should be opened. So if users click one of these menu items, different pages should be open. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, yeah. The
Okay, okay. Now let's demonstrate that. I'm going to use Android small for this one. Let's say I have 4 buttons. This is the first button. We have button number 2. I'm not going to create components, just the buttons will be there. This is button number 2. This is button number 3. This is button number 4. So one way you can do this is you can create, say I want the first one to be active and others to be inactive. Let's give this 50%. This is number 1, 2, 3, 4. This one should be 50. This one should be active. This 50. So it will be easier if you create a component. So right now I'm doing it manually. So let's say I have different components in this page and all these pages. Let's find some images. Second image can be, let's take this one, Windows XP. Third and fourth images. I can send it back by clicking on here as well. Now finally, we need another image. Use this one. Send to back. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a prototype. Select this one and select it as flow starting point. And I can follow the same thing. When user click on this, they will guide to this particular page. On tap, navigate to this page. Let's put smart animate. And number 3 should take them to the third page. It's also smart animate. Number 4, fourth page, and again number 1 to this page, and you can connect the flows based on the location that you want it to be. So let's wait a little and it will change accordingly. So I only connected the first one. It will change. So you can put whatever the content you like instead of the images. So it will display when you click on those buttons. That is how you can change the content. Is it clear, Samidul?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Next, Sandali, do you have any questions?
Yes, sir.
So what
Uh,
was the
can I
question that,
share my screen?
yeah, let me stop sharing first. Okay, go ahead.
So I can't see any show content feature. Then I need to add the show content features.
Okay, all right. So in order to do that, can you give me mouse control? It will be easier for me to do it right here.
Okay.
Okay, so let me click on this. And we have an option here called clip content. If you uncheck it, it will show you all the elements that you have. Is that what you wanted to do?
Yes.
Okay,
I have another question.
yeah.
When I scroll this, I need to remove this part. How
Remove,
to do that?
okay, remove that part. Okay, yeah. In order to do that, again, so right now when you're scrolling up, what is happening? This is going on top of that previous one. What you can do is you can put a background to this particular one. So let's go to design and go in here, frame 25. Let's put this a background color. Now let's, okay, that is not going to work. Sorry. Can you undo, please?
Okay.
This part in the prototype, scroll with parent, fixed, stay in place, fixed, sticky.
I think now it's
Yeah. So now, right now it is scrolling with the parent, the division. But what you can do is you can keep this fixed as well. So I will show you an example about that. So when you scroll through this area, let's say recommended destination, heading won't go away. So we can achieve that. Can you stop sharing your screen?
okay.
It is actually hard to control your screen because of the latency. So let me do it from my end. I will get one example that I created somewhere. Let's use this one.
So we can't see your screen.
Yeah, I'm sharing it now. Okay, I will take this one as an example, or maybe this one. Paste it right here. So right now I can't scroll it upwards. So now I'm going to select that particular part that I want to be enabled for scrolling. Go to prototype. I want it to be vertically scrollable. So select vertical scroll. And right now I have the same issue you had in your design. Frame the area that you want to scroll. Right now I have two areas. Scroll and then go to prototype. Vertical scroll is enabled. So right now it will scroll like this. Sticky. Then I can put a background color to this one. So fill color. Let's put the same color. Okay, this top part here and this one. Okay, now let's see this one. Okay, now I want it to be able to scroll behind that status bar. So in order to do that, I will bring this status bar and this one on top of everything. Now if I try to scroll, it will look like this. So make sure what I did was these are the fixed options. So those won't change. So if I go to prototype settings right here, the ones this labeled as fixed is the footer. So footer will stay at the same place. Status bar won't move. And even the this one won't move. So you have to make sure to go to your prototype and in scroll behavior position should be fixed. And the things that you want to be scrollable, you can do is I remove this one for now and select your wrapper or whatever the element you like and make sure to select position scroll with parent. So it will scroll with parent and it won't go top of this navigation bar or whatever. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
How about Deomi?
I want to know how can we add the drop down button?
Drop down. Okay. It is similar to what we did earlier with the calendar. So let me give you an example. So let's create a drop down component right here. Drop down and put an icon as well. Change the color of this one, white color. This whole thing is a drop down component. Okay, now we have our drop down component. Let's give it some style as well. The fill color could be black color and it is auto layout. And I'm going to add padding 30 pixels, 15. This one 5. Let's give it a border radius of maybe 5. So 5. Okay, this is the drop down we have. Okay, when someone click on this, I want actual drop down to be appear. So now let's create that particular drop down. This drop down itself actually can have 2 states. So let's put this one as select. And we can copy the same thing. And this one, I'm going to rotate this select option because when the drop down is open, it should be other way. So I rotated it from 180 pixels. So right now the select option. So if I put the border to this one, it's at a small border. With this color, and even for this one, to see it better, I'm going to change the value to 2. Even for this one, stroke, we use this color. Value is 2. Okay, this is my drop down, and this is the selected drop down. So I'm going to create a component with this. State. This one is closed. This one is open. Now let's create the drop down options. Option 1. Give the 16. Selection. Fill. Use this one as fill color. Auto layout. Let's give this 30. Option. Options. Let's say we have 4 options. Then put this option inside another frame. And give it auto layout. I want them to be like this, and 0. Let's put a border or a stroke to show the difference. Border should be bottom border. I want this color to be something like this. So the border radius, and make sure to put clip content, so it will take the border radius like this. So these are the options I have. I want it to spread throughout my uppermost layer. So in order to do that, I'm going in here and select fill container from here. So it will look like this. Now we have 4 options. So option itself can have highlighted options and so on. So let's create that one as well, so it will be easier. This is the option. Container. This is a normal option, and this is a highlighted option. Highlight. The highlighted one, I need different fill colors. So I'm going to select this yellow color I already selected. maybe change the font color to black. All right. Now create a component set with that one as well. Shots. Okay. Copy assets. Select this option from here. Another option. Third option, fourth option, fifth option. Put them inside a wrapper. Now we have our components created. So what I want to do is now when I go to prototype, let's create a screen here so we can put everything. Select option right here. And when users click on that select option, I want them to go in here. So it will look like this in my design. You can see the animation. So let's reduce the size a little bit. Will be better visible. So that is how we create a select option. Now we have to add options in here as well. So in order to create options, I want this first option, the default option, to change when users mouse over it. So select trigger as while hovering and change to the highlight. This is the highlight one. This is the default. Okay. Now let's put that one in here as well. So click. Let's add another control to here. It should be, let's say, while pressing, because I want to show you two different options. So it will show up these options. So let's change it to, let's change the previous one to while hovering. Now options down here as well. So let's put it. The position of this, you can manipulate the position as well. Can move it right at the bottom. So it will look like this. Open it now. So you have these options right here. Like this. So that is how you can create a select option. Is that clear?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So after the break, we will get a 15-minute break. After the break, I will give you some tips how you can get a UX design job and how you can get a project using freelancing platforms from the things that you have learned in the classroom. Welcome back, everyone. Okay. Now you have already presented that you design that you did. For people who haven't submitted their assignments, please do within this week and please submit it to Google Classroom in next few days. And also who completed the assignment and haven't submitted it to Google Classroom, please submit as well. So in that way, I can give you feedback within a few days, and you can maybe find in your designs and put them in your portfolio. So let's start off with this presentation. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you tips about how to find a job, how to find a first job in UX design industry. And also, if you prefer to do freelancing work, you can apply the same things that I'm giving you in freelancing as well. So the number one is to build a strong portfolio. So the first thing that the hiring managers or the recruiters will ask when you try to find a job opportunity is to send your portfolio. So if you don't have a portfolio, uh, you won't be able to get a chance to move on with the interview process. So even if you don't have any projects, please try to do projects. This you can use this one, the capstone project we did, or even you can design some things that you use in day-to-day life. For an example, let's say the banking application that you're using right now, and you don't like it, it is hard to use and it don't have a good user flow. What you can do is you can get this project as an example and create a better user experience for that particular application. Or even if you get a chance to get on a project by some contact, some of your friends, or even a charity organization, don't think about the budget that much. Just do that project to put in your portfolio, because you are doing an investment for the future. If you have good sounding portfolio, you will get a chance to get more opportunities in the corporate world, or even as a freelancer, you will get more opportunities if you have a good sound portfolio. So the portfolio creation we mentioned in the first few weeks as well. You can use tools such as Dribble or Behance, or even if you're good at building your own websites, there are website builders such as Webflow, Framer, where you can convert your Figma designs to websites. So you can create your websites, or even if you're good at coding, you can create your own website. So it is number one, and it is a must if you want to get opportunities in design world or the UX design world. Okay, number two is update your LinkedIn profile. So as you know, most of the recruiters, actually almost all of them right now, they're contacting people, candidates through LinkedIn profile. So if you have a good profile, if you have a good CV, if you have so much of experience, and if you don't update your LinkedIn profile, you miss a chance. So the person who have a LinkedIn profile and who's applying for job have a better opportunity to get more job interviews because you have a good online presence. So update your LinkedIn profile with the latest qualifications you have. Maybe you can add this certificate course there as well, and always make sure to put all the details, all the up-to-date details there, because that is the number one source that most of the recruiters are look into your profile or the experience or the educational qualifications when you apply for an opportunity. Even if you apply with a CV, most of them come to your LinkedIn profile just to clarify and get a better idea about yourself. So the online presence in LinkedIn is must. Number three, get a real world experience. So even if you have all the things that I mentioned in place, but if you don't have a real world experience, when you get a chance for an interview, when they ask you questions about your UX design process and what other projects do that you do, and there's a step called case study review. So in that particular case, what you have to do is you have to tell the hiring manager or the recruiter or the technical personnel, maybe the creative director or senior engineer, UX engineer, about the process that you follow in a real world example. So if you don't have a real world example, the capstone project that you created is a real world example, but it is a lack of some things. So because of the time constraints, I only ask you to do few things. But when you do a real world project, for an example, let's say banking industry, you get to do the whole process of the UX design methods. For an example, you can start off with the empathize, then define, and then you can do the wireframes, and then finally you can do the prototype and maybe testing. So all these steps you have to get familiar with when you do a real world example. So in that way, you can answer the questions that recruiters may ask regarding your design thinking process and how you approach different projects, what are the technical knowledge that you have. All these things come into place when you do a real world project. Next one is network. So networking is also really important when you try to find a new opportunity, not only in the UX industry, in any industry. If you have a good network, if you build a strong network of people around you, it will influence you and it will give you more opportunities. For an example, let's say you want to find a job opportunity and you don't have anyone in your network, any people that you can ask for a job opportunity. But the person who is outgoing and who have a good network, the social network, or a good set of friends in a upper ranks of hierarchy, it will help them to land on a better job rather than a person who don't have that much of a network. So I invite you to attend to hiring events or even virtual meetups when you uh, get an opportunity. Okay, next we have familiarize yourself with web development. So nowadays, most of the companies, even they have advertised as a UX designer position, most of the companies are looking for designers who can develop as well. So it is a good thing to familiarize yourself with web development, at least with the technologies such as HTML, CSS, little bit of JavaScript, and maybe the JavaScript frameworks such as React or Angular or Vue.js. And even there are no coding frameworks such as Framer or even uh, Webflow, where you can develop websites for your clients. So most of the time, when you get a freelancing project, even the clients will ask you, can you code this one? Can you uh, get this design into life? So that is a good thing to have. You can give your self better chance when applying for jobs if you have these skills as well. Familiarize yourself with web development. All right, next we have give up thinking you are an imposter. So when you start off your career, there will be times that you will feel disappointed about your designs, especially if you try to compare with someone who have 10 to 15 year experience. they are doing really good designs. But if you, at the start of your career, you try to compare yourself, it will disappoint you. So that is not a good thing to do. You only have to compare yourself with like earlier you. For an example, before you started this course, some of you had some experience in Figma, and some of you didn't even install Figma application in their uh, computer. So now you have good experience. Now you can design something in Figma. So now you can compare yourself, the past self, to yourself right now. So that is a good comparison. Don't try to compare yourself to others with experience. Number 7, don't give up on the hunt. So most of us, what we do is when we apply for a few job opportunities, let's say for an example, we apply for 10 to 15 jobs, and none of these people get back to us through email or a call or anything. And then we give up our job hunt. Number one thing that you have to remember is if you get rejected, so that is not something that you should take personal. They are only rejecting your profile because it is not matching to their job description. There might be some opportunities that matching your job profile as well. So in order to find that, you have to keep applying. Even if hiring managers, even if you get so many rejection emails, you have to keep applying for the opportunity until someone hire you. So don't give up on the job hunt. Number 8 is ask for feedback. So as a UX designer, the number one priority that you should give is to get feedback. You should get feedback from your users, core team members, any stakeholders or the clients. So the feedback is really important. So when getting the feedback also, make sure not to take the feedback personal. So they are only providing feedback for your design, not to yourself. So you don't have to worry and take it personal. And at the end of the day, everyone in the team, everyone involved in the product, want the product to be a successful one. So even when some code designer asks for your feedback, always try to give critical feedback rather than just saying nice thing about it, even if it look bad. So make sure to ask for critical feedback and give critical feedback whenever you get an opportunity. Number 9 is don't get greedy, especially when you start off with a career or when you're looking for a job change. Uh, we tend to ask for higher amount of salaries. It can be a permanent job or even a freelancing opportunity. If you the price that you're asking is not matching your profile, matching your experience, the people that you want to work with will think twice before hiring you. So don't get greedy, especially when do your salary negotiations and also when you do project pricing negotiations with your clients. Okay. Next, we have attend hiring events. So attending hiring events is also really important to build a network. There will be so many opportunities, so many people in the industry that you should know if you want a better exposure to the industry, or if you want to work in a particular company, make sure to attend hiring events as well. So some of the universities have open days or the hiring events. So make sure to attend whatever the hiring event and get an idea about what is happening in the hiring event. Try to participate in few interviews. So that will give you good exposure in the industry and the hiring process is taking place in these companies. Number 11 is mentor another student. So as you already know, the things that we learn, if you try to teach it to someone, if you try to mentor it to someone, you will remember the things that you learn better. So always try to mentor another student and try to teach what you have learned in the classroom to someone else. So that will give you a better idea about what you have learned. And if you can describe it with your words, that is actually a good thing. So always try to mentor another student or someone that you think that like to learn UX designing as a practice. Number 12 is keep a positive mentality. So the first thing, when you are looking for a job opportunity, there will be so many rejections. Some interviews, uh, in UX design interviews, there can be several steps. Number one can be just screening interview, where the recruiter or hiring manager will call you and get an idea about you. Number two and three can be the technical interview, where they will give you an assignment and you have to submit the assignment. Then there can be a case study overview, or the case study. You have to present them a case study and they will ask questions about your design thinking process and so on. And finally, interview with a colleague or a CEO. So some of these interview you can go up until the CEO and they will reject you. So in that case, you will feel negative emotions. For an example, if they reject you, you think that you won't be able to find another opportunity. But rejection is a rejection, so you have to keep it positively, take it positively and move forward with that. So move forward and look for another opportunity. Even when you get an opportunity to work in a company, there will be so many things, so many the people that you work with, or even the project tight deadlines and everything will put you in negative mentality. So you have to make sure to take care of yourself and keep this positive mentality throughout your career if you want to build a successful products and have a successful or a good life for yourself as well. Keep a positive mentality is a good practice. Number 13 is increase your network. So let's say, for an example, you're starting off your career and you get to know few people, 5 to 10 people, and you work in a company for some time. After 5 years, you still know these people that you knew in the beginning. That is not a good way to increase your network. So you always have to make sure to interact with different people in your industry, key decision makers. You have to attend hiring events, maybe social events, gatherings, and get to know these people, these important people, and increase your network. So whenever there's an opportunity, whenever you want to work in a different company, if they get to know about this opportunity, they will tell you. If you have a good network, you will be the first one to get to know about opportunities. So that will give you a competitive advantage as well. Next one, job shadow. So the job shadow is another thing that UX starters, or the when you're starting off your career, you can do job shadowing. In the job shadowing, what you can do is you can observe what a senior UX designer is doing. Even if you don't work in a corporate setting, if you work as a freelancer, there are so many videos in YouTube. Let's say, for example, a day of a life of a software engineer or a UX designer. So you can watch these videos and observe and get an idea about what these people are doing in their daily life. So that will give you better exposure and understanding about what you have to do when you get a job opportunity or when you become a senior designer. Number 15 is don't be afraid. So when you're applying for an opportunity, don't be afraid to apply to any company. So for an example, if you want to apply for best IT companies in Sri Lanka, build a profile and build a portfolio and apply. Don't think that these people won't hire me, or even when you work in an environment with different people, don't be afraid to say your design decisions, expose yourself with different people, give ideas, and communicate with people. So that is the only way that you can move forward in the industry. Even in UX, it is the same. Number 16, don't sink your teeth in the first piece of meat. So this means that when you look for a job, let's say you apply for 5 to 10 job opportunities and some of them rejected you, and there's another one opportunity that you don't like, but this is the only opportunity you got. But you don't like the working culture, you don't like the working hours, because they don't value your personal life, and the product that they are developing is something that you don't like to work on. So that place that you don't like to work, but this is the first opportunity you got, you took the opportunity, but after some time you will feel disappointed about working in this company. So make sure not to sink your teeth in the first piece of meat, and always make sure to work with a company that value yourself, value your expectations, value your personal life and everything. Number 17 is be honest. So not only in the UX, as a practice in life, we have to be honest, but especially in the UX, when you create a portfolio, when you go through the interview process, always make sure to put your own designs in your portfolio and tell the stories that you already experienced. And even when you start off with a job in a corporate world or even freelancing, be honest with your clients, be honest with your co-workers. That will take you far. Number 18 is know your strengths. So most of you have a good idea about what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. So if you know your strengths, especially in the UX world, if you're good with people, if you have good communication or interpersonal skills, you can be a UX researcher where you get a chance to interview people and get an idea about these people and empathize with them and create good designs. If you're good with visual designing, you can get these UX process or the UX research from your UX team and start off with the visual design and interaction design, animations. So you have to know your strengths and you have to make sure you focus on these strengths rather than your weaknesses. Number 19, do as much UX related stuff as you can. So I told you in the first week that there's a book called Design of Everyday Things. So please read it if you haven't read it already. Do as much as UX related stuff as you can. Means whenever you get an opportunity, let's say it can be a physical product or a digital product, you have to think like a UX designer and make sure, let's say for an example, if you want to become a UX designer in future in 10 years, if you want to become a senior UX designer or a UX lead, you only have to do UX designing things. Don't try to code if you want to be a UX designer. Coding is important, but your first focus should be on UX design. So whenever you get a project, do the process completely. Start off with the research and up until the development, follow the process. And even after the deployment or the development, do the user interviews, follow their recordings, and do as much as UX related stuff as you can in order to become an experienced expert UX designer. Number 20, wear your drive on your sleeves. So that means you put so much of effort to do your designs and then learn UX designing for so many years. Let's say you took 5 years or 6 years to learn UX, and after that, you are confident about your UX design skills. So that time you can show off your design skills. You can put your certificates in LinkedIn, or you can put your designs in LinkedIn posts or even social media if you like. You can advertise or you can put posts regarding your latest design. So wear your drive on your sleeves because you put so much effort this month, and it is your time to show them off to the world as well. So those are the things, those are the tips that I can give you to find a UX designing job. Uh, Now it is a Q&A session where you can ask questions regarding Figma or any theory that we learned during the classroom. You can ask any questions. We can start off with Samidu. Any questions regarding the course or the things that you have learned?
I,
Yeah, go ahead.
I should vaccine.
Can you speak a little bit louder? I'm sorry.
Can I know which type of web development course I should follow? It's a beginner course or some
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
level.
Okay. So so if you don't have any experience, you should start off with a beginner course. So what you can do is there's a website called So after you get to know about the HTML and CSS, there are simple HTML, CSS courses. There are a few free courses as well and the YouTube videos. So you can follow and learn about the free code camping is the site that I was looking for. In this website, all the lessons are free. So you can access to their material through YouTube as well. So you can start off by doing HTML and CSS and JavaScript. And after you have a good understanding about how you can structure a page using HTML and how you can add a skin using CSS and even add some interactivity to your page by using JavaScript, you can take on the courses like this, a deep dive into modern web development, where they teach you about the React.js, which is a widely used framework nowadays. So apart from HTML and CSS, I invite you to work on Tailwind as well, because it is widely used framework, CSS framework nowadays. So those are the good points, starting points to boost your career as a UX designer and a front-end developer. Is it clear, Samidu?
Yes, it's the same process for mobile web development as well, no?
Yeah. This one, the free code camp, it will teach you HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. After that, you can take on this full stack open course as well. It will give you an idea about mobile as well as web development. Clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. How about Sandali? Any questions?
Sir, which platform we can convert a portfolio to web application?
You mean Figma to web application?
Yeah. Figma to web
Oh,
application.
okay, there are two platforms that very popular. One is Webflow. They have free version as well, but if you want your personal URL, you have to pay them something around $10 a month. So you can use the free platform as a starter. So Webflow is one thing, and next thing is Framer, where you can directly convert your designs to Framer and create a design in what you have created in Figma. Let's say for an example, if you create this design in Figma, you can switch on this developer mode and create it in Framer as well. So it is really easy step. So if you have responsive layout, it will automatically create Framer layouts. So is it clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Devmi, any questions?
Now currently working as an intern front-end developer, and I am using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And I want to learn React also. Any recommendations for it?
Yeah, the recommendation I gave you earlier, the full stack open, it is actually doing by the University of Helsinki. So they have these parts, they have categorized them in these parts. This is a good place that if you want to start off with the front-end development, especially in React. Okay.
And in my UI, the colors and the font style is not matching now. Okay.
Uh, Let me check that. So I will give you a detailed review after the classroom as well. Let's check it for now. This is this one, right? Story
Yeah.
Traveler. While it's get loaded in the background, do you have any other questions?
And I want to know how we can make a good portfolio.
Okay, portfolio creation is also, as I mentioned, is really important. As a starter, what you can do is you can use this dribble and behance as good starting points. And after some time, when you have 2, 3 projects already completed, you can create a portfolio using platforms I mentioned, the Framer, Webflow. Even if you're good at web development, you can create your own portfolio using HTML, CSS. So in here, the dribble, you can put all the details, all the case studies even in your portfolio. So if I show you my current portfolio, which is updating right now. So this is my older portfolio. I have a few case studies. So case study is also really important. If you don't write case studies mentioning your design thinking process, it is not a good thing if you have a portfolio and don't put case studies. Just by putting images won't be enough in your portfolio. You have to mention how you approach a project, what is the process you follow, the research methods. Everything should be there in your portfolio. So the recruiters or the hiring managers will get an idea about the designs you did, what is the process you follow, and everything will be there. So they can easily follow and read. If they like your case study, they will contact you. So in this design, I don't think there's much to do with the color theme. The few things I mentioned, I mentioned some things regarding the button size and the call to action buttons. So I will add comments regarding that. The color combination is good as a starter, but you can improve with the experience in the future. Clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
How about Randika? Any questions?
No, sir. Nothing
Okay.
clear.
Anyone else? Yeah, go ahead.
So I have a question. It is necessary to add in time, battery percentage, and signals in the screen.
Notification, right? Not necessary, but when you get a mock-up from a like template, they always have it. So you can remove it altogether, but there's no such thing as you should keep it or you should not. It can be decided by you. Clear?
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Isuru, please stay after the class. So I have to give you some instructions regarding the assignment. And everyone else, it is a really good experience to work with you all. I think that you have learned something from this day you started your designing in the first week, and now I can see some advancement in your designings. Some of you haven't had an idea about how to use Figma, and now we are creating prototypes as well. So I invite you to keep creating designs. Even if you don't have any project, you can create design inspirations for different projects that you interact in daily life. So that in order to be a good designer, the only thing that you have to do is you have to do more and more designs. So that is the only way that you can gain experience. So if you have any questions regarding Figma or even the things that we learned in the classroom or even a career uh, advice, I'm sorry, you can send a message on WhatsApp group chat, or you have my email address. You can contact me. So I'm happy to answer any of the questions that you might come up with in the future. So that's all for this batch. So I'm going to wrap up the session today. Thank you everyone who participated, and I wish you all the best. And I wish that everyone get better UX designers and help people to solve their issues. All right. Have a nice day then. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.